herra di qadile. O buang o ke Razdi the King. Shona ga o thuse ke na le Vinto. Yeah.
Shapuri Jonja. Today, we are not in a good mood. That we have to continue what we have started. You get.
Yeah. Today's a continuation of last episode.
Yeah, the time I wrote, kana ha ke bua wa bua re so poseng mo episode mo podcasting, isn't it? Yeah, a podcast with Vinton and Sean, where we tackle situations that involve the youth, that involves life as abroad. But like he said from the last episode, that's one of these relationship stuff you get. Every individual was on except from Mother Teresa had a relationship. She had a relationship with God. Yeah, she was a faithful follower of God to a sense which again this earthly relationship are just too small and little for her. But moving on into today's topic, when I can read when I want I missed
tota experience ya me le banyana wa bona a ke re experience ya me ke gore my experiences like everybody experience mare se ke se observileng se ke se boneng ebile se ke se studisitseng ka banyana ke gore banyana ba batla go fila gore they are men gore they won ha bana le monna ya wantshwa. They have to admire you, they have to respect you, they have to ya ka monona bua re ngwanyana a le loyal mo go ena ha ka ja go cheat mona ke ganetsa na self ka re na self I dated a girl who was loyal to me.
How did you know she was loyal?
She was loyal to me.
By showing up every day.
Not showing up every day.
By telling you that she loves you.
Nah.
By kissing you.
By her actions.
By giving you what? Every day. What actions did she portray?
No, she was supportive. She knew for a no. I can alone know just safe. Happy my things that hurt me. She was willing to listen and already thought they be a super or no for her. Corelena Corona, I get a Huiragalasum, a Giragalagasio, Lalisilia. How to talk Goro? You don't want to know enough friend, Mansur Mary. It happened over and I can nearly sleep up. I went into a young depression in an answer.
Okay. Maybe I was thinking something else.
A young depression in an almost in that state. You're how I say, very
true.
You're right, isolate that tata, make some attention at tata. She checked up on me and stuff. Mary, I could tell that Lane that brought her down.
Talking about that.
Yeah, no. If we are a copanela out here, what are na I give it to her. He breathed new air to her. Answer.
Yeah. Maybe you're not giving her the attention that she used to get from you.
He was giving her the attention I gave. setse re
le sharp
le sharp ke nna ke le sharp le nna wa bona yaanong a ba raele a itswa ke go raelesega kana na ne le decision ba cheata wa bona yaanong se ke se buang ke gore you can never know once la le loyal mo go ena circumstances will come and o tlo go raelesega ba hella cheating go cheata kana a ke re go kana batho ba tsa gore go cheata ke go tamisana o tamisa another guy who's not your boyfriend. That's cheating I get le go fatsana hell le ha ngwanyana fa out attention hela
I get
one sorry
in some sense no one is cheating
it's cheating too ba bona
the word cheating literally cheating is just going against rules or finding what is it the cheat kana the cheat code tsa FIFA finding ways to score goals at a less straining way. If you give someone to your attention, you are just finding something you can find comfort in. That's also cheating in some sense. But also on top of that thing it leads to what we call cheating. You get what I was trying to say, you know what? Depression in the future. Depression in relationships, you get. I also went through a similar scenario. You know that, whereby I was down, and coming to think about it, ka airtime ya whether gore ke freebie kana ke that's airtime you get and o tsana kwa ga gore a check up on you the next thing wa mo khapela or you just ignore that call or something that could hurt her you get when I hey I'm facing a lot right now people don't understand at that time was saying your relationship another thing se ne ke batla go se bua ke gore before depression and I am 2 minutes you know what this thing is one of the things still on right it's relevant but when I don't know maybe I'm looking for something that doesn't exist you get because I could see you guys okay you do understand where I come from but the reality within that has not linked to your conscience. You have to trust someone. You have to have mutuality between you guys. It seems like you know what? Okay, fine. Relationship is built behind that, but are we seeing that? No. Most of the time, it's not a relationship because one, maybe I would talk about our opposite sex. Some banyana was an relationship because they want comfort. Some banyana here because it happens to some guys. I get to comfort. Why? Because maybe from their background they didn't actually understand for a love so ba bona ka ditsela tsa bona gore guy wa me ice cream or then I want to be in that situation where I could just embrace or I can get ice cream and I can get some type of jewelry and I went out with my girlfriend on a date so I want but not understanding or those are the things or they build that mutuality connection we just take them as compulsory activities or relationship but those things that connection because there is actually something higher than those things and I want to believe or we have not reached that level to a sense a girl has to be loyal, and once that girl is loyal to her man, there is no way she can cheat. Because rote hela yana re tebe re tsena mo relationshipeng re na le di-motive tsa re, and we are failing to like reduce those motives gore re kgone go accommodate her motives kana his motives, you get. For example, ke tsela gore you've been in quite a number of relationships, I get. Go na le ngwanyano e leng gore o dile a tsena mo relationship o bo feel gore ngwanyano ke motsadi wa me, she's not my girlfriend, you get. She acts like my mother but she is not my mother. Yo te banga go botsa o jele a go jesa ka rata o jesa
mare still mare ene na go rata.
you get it. I don't blame them, but I would feel gore again this girl is being more of a parent to me than actually my partner wa tshwara. Mo itelang ngwe le go ka ha o hua madi ka teng kana ka ha o mo ha madi ka teng o supehela o ka re you are a parent but you are actually equals in this relationship wa bona. I'm expecting gore nna ha ke ha motho madi a ke rega togona le dominance, obviously okay to bo ha motho madi a ke not go akanyetsa gore o ta go ha madi, but ha o tswella ya la ntso mo fepa. I just feel like motho ya no she's going to be spoiled at some point. And then not that I do things once, twice, three, the third time it won't be me. Maybe I'll just be doing it for you and then we move on. But once you go date and when you don't show or you appreciate or something,
You're meant to appreciate it.
You become unappreciative in some sense. Now my mind just locks, and there is going to be a point whereby I actually confront you concerning that. That's how I am. That's how actually my personality ends in that day. O bona go tshwana le motho ha ngwe ke sa morati nna ha ngwe tebe ke batla go ma accommodate because I believe naturally ya la gore nga ka se ke rate motho wa tshwana. But ha o sa gona le batho ba e leng gore o kgona go se go morati wa tshwana. Now there is going to be a point hela ke leng gore I'm going to confront you gore hey dog it won't just be actions. No, I actually tell you, and I actually tell you, even though it doesn't mean I can't accommodate you. So his friends would come over. Why is Rona hela we have some sense nyana introversi nyana mo family ya rona bona. At some point re khona rata go nna re le nosi hela ngwa ke nna le ne re le two ye kana re nna le ne le baby girl ya gagwe kana le baby girl ya me re kore having our own environment wa bona go sena those strangers, aliens outside wa tshwana. They came a point ya gore e be re plaka nyana 2 minutes. The next day you wanna or mangano or down in Yana. Come was a vatsi. And that Kanamanama, let's raise this mamma or how much. I was like, what? Because it's actually true. It's something that you don't worry. I don't actually like that person because of the way I behave on that day. That's why. How did that come about? Only the silence, 2 minutes, and then silence. I like literally. I felt embarrassed, but I was like, well, it was supposed to happen at some point in time. I was going to tell that person because next get an ugly man, or you know what? You get. I hate fake people with all my heart. Because that fakeness, it limited the person next to you. One of the feel
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of, that's what I'm trying to say. It's a waste of time. You get. Hey, when are you going to move on and go to some those they matter to you? Fake who would actually think sorry when you are giving them genuine love. The same thing applies to the relationship thing. You get. Hey, I just feel at some point I'm going to tell that person. Hey, and there are those people who there are those controlling us and all that shit. No, I don't condone that. I just want a relationship or you know what, we can actually converse. I get on no begin enough free can I show any hell of that relationship or because I'm actually enjoying the company I baby girl. Then go to sleep. You get. Hey, something so long or you can actually cherish. Whatever that you can actually feel or there is a void within me. Yes, can avoid our that was actually what I was trying to show. Or maybe I don't give a or it doesn't exist. But to me it exists.
No, gonna exist. Mara, the right person. The right person
I exist. You get.
No, nobody is perfect.
Nobody. That's the thing. Nobody is perfect.
Flop your generation. I won't be your how it's a normal relationship. Instead of looking for things to stay, they look for things in someone to live.
Thank you.
Wow.
That's a very, very big point. Can you repeat that about
my relationship in Malatina? People find reasons to leave instead of reasons to stay.
We get.
Yeah, no. I operate more mentality more. Obviously, obviously, some sort of toxicity. And I look like relationship alone. If you focus more the negative things. If you focus more the negative things, those negative things will prevail in your relationship.
Exactly. How can you cheat? They are going to cheat. You get. Hey, we go on to point one and a point that thing I think it stands above many. Why the relationship the tremble, you get. Of which I wanna have a guess more on the Handelangano 1 hour at Tonya 4 corner. I want. I'm my own 6 or I 5 1. I want. Yet when I at first you didn't see all of these things. I want. So the only thing say or it can keep that relationship intact. It is a conversation, having conversations together, you get being intimate, not just at a sexual level. Or fighting your way, you know what? There is no one is perfect, like you say. And out of that, no one is perfect. You have to understand, or even the next person that you are going to is not perfect.
Yeah.
What's up? and the next one after that. And uto hella gompieno yana re go bitsa a player kana a bachelor or a bitch or a hoe, in the sense ya gore you are looking you are looking for that perfection. Kana finding faults in a relationship is more like you are trying to look for perfection, or you can't even find. What's and reference mo podcasting ya rona ya ntlha, episode ya ntlha, find your
The peace
within you first. Accept yourself, accept who you are, understand yourself, know what you want, you get. Then after doing that, that's when you can go to the next person over I want us to be in a relationship. In that sense, everything is perfect. Even though we say things are not perfect, nothing is perfect. We see we are perfect in our own imperfections. You get. Malaiti never and they couldn't believe. But I would tell them not always. And they would say, smart, they can even compliment you over how I would just say, you know what? At the end, having a sense of communicate sharp, I think that's enough to me. But I don't know, I guess you in Gary.
You're sorry, I can point now to what you highlight. I say, so I basically say, how similar relationship. Your excitement, that thing, a cloud of judgment,
Very true.
That cloud of judgment, you won't be able to discern or no. If is this girl really for me, and is this guy really for me? Is he aligned with where I want to go? When I say I let Kala, the whole moon straight.
I can't wait to see my boyfriend. I can't wait to see my girlfriend. Whatever.
If you want that type of discernment, it has to start within. You should learn yourself, learn how to love yourself. Then if also master no that's how you can know how to actually show love
and know what you want.
Be let's say she has low self-esteem. Where now you'll be able to help her, or when now you went through that process, you know what it takes to go to that confident state. Hey, happy people stop. People stop getting to know. People are afraid to stop to get to know their significant other. You're what battling. No, it's very little very similar like guitar. What's your favorite color? What? You know some shallow shit about your partner. You stop. So again, eat, sleep, little like at the day, then over.
Hi.
How
you? I miss you. Can we meet? Hey. During that meet, what you talk about?
Nothing. Little hell. And that's not building a connection. A connection is built over time and is built with tough questions, uncomfortable truth, and people are afraid to face that. If you're afraid to face that in your life right now, you won't be able to face that relationship. And that's how many relationships end. It's gore batho ba teng ga ba tshwanela ke gore they stopped
at some point.
they stopped building the connection at some point ba simola ba tshaba ma-life a bone ba itse gore no
Ke tabane.
ke tabane no
Gore ha yo kwa.
gore o tla bo re no ke a go checka baby girl kore e setse e le what is it called e le mo scheduling
Yeah, it's a routine.
A routine. Wow.
You
People
know,
like that, things like that destroy people.
you see, what I love about me, nna ke motho e leng gore ke kgona go assess go ngaka bo ke tshwara zero a ke sure but ke ratela gore ke kgona go nna la ke assess ke motho o ke ratang science very very much, and I don't think at some point I'm going to lose that love. I had this research and batho ne ba tsela gore it's just conversation sela jaaka re kgona go tsaya di-conversation. Majority ya batho ba ke ba encountering concerning this relationship thing, do you know what most of them have in common? Ba re o bona batho majita le banyana ba ba peipang o bona majita ba ba itayang dimane dipamure le matšheri ao gate data most loyal. Mo environment e ke experience a lot of people they were nna re tsaya di-conversations tsone tsa bo di-relationship and stuff or just taking conversations and majority of bone they have pointed out the fact that or you see these people, this community ke bona batho ba e leng gore they are actually loyal. Get kore motho a te o kgona go nna le wena a sa ware ka majita a mangwe ka matšhere a mangwe and I actually e be le nna ke assessa ka bonna because I used to get be ke itebelela ke okay fine nako e ne ke santse ke itadi man okay ke ne ke kgona go nna le ngwanyana like the whole semester. Okay fine banyana ba mo gapole that beautiful wa bona banyana ba mo environment e re mo go yone that beautiful but I wouldn't be that much interested in them mo e leng gore ke kgona go ipona ke mme le motho wa bona ke nna tebe ke emetsela gore ba ibikela nthare o kae ke kwame re kopane. That's it. I would enjoy my day. But after, it seems like I question a lot of things in a relationship people do. In a relationship we do. I start looking around, you get. But thing, it wasn't like that at all. I would admire. And the funny part is that by then, they're going to admire. But nowadays it seems like that that attitude attitude e changile wa bona gompieno ke feelela gore you know what no ngwanyana le bona o kgona go mbora at some point and ba bora banyana ba bangwe toko ba bora cause tebe ha nngwe o kopana le ene then you could spend bo 30 minutes le 2 bo 20 minutes le 2 e go to wa re
o tlotla lo one
o bua le one kana ena bua le one wa bona but now we used to enjoy having mothale one and I wouldn't mind those conversations ke feel or di monate but then you know what this help where in a refuwa sometimes you get because it has some chemicals telling or they actually lead us to maturity. CBO there is this chemical, like it's you have the CBO kind of OBC, something of that nature. It expands your thinking capacity. That's why most of the time you tell a ba itile mogopolo a ba sena go ita you tell motho a teng a ntse hela ya what if the earth is flat?
Yeah.
What if the earth is round? Then shouldn't we be falling on the sides?
Yeah.
Those curiosity-ness inyana e tang ka go ga teng. I get it. But not to me, it created some sort of maturity, especially when it comes to handling these relationship things. Gompieno a ngwanyana a ngangale nna ke utlwa gore she's wrong. I would point out she's wrong. Or before I smoked, ke ne ke kgona go nganga le ene wa kia don't ga go nne se se nna. But by that time e santse ke le in the zone. Ke ne ke kgona go utlwa gore o itse keng. There is a point here gore o tshwanetse gore o tidimane kana gore true
kanya ting le ta ga mo di argumenting ya ngwe ba o mana na ba le thuya na fitu o le a monna sore ke gonna emotional ya ka mo
go thola o tataretse le motho
kana
that's useless.
Women are emotional creatures, men are logical creatures, right? So during an argument is small ke tla ke re small so ke ngwanya e be se serious wa bona ke re ya no ke ra go e be se serious wanswa ke ra le mo re ke se ke for example
example
e be se serious wa bona ya no wena o tla botswa go itapetse la o feel gore this my guy yeah na shi ke kwa ya la kwa le na ke se ke bua ke
mbazimara is big shit
or ke shi
this podcast itoko para le matata what is it but anywho continue.
Yeah, men are logical, women are hormonal,
emotional.
When it's out how ngwanyana ntse o manana remove that reactiveness start there stay calm or worries or manana but I wanna 10,000% of the time ngwana ana batla attention when I was
because you do listen to her you acknowledge gore ona le wa bui
nya ke ra kana go ra tsela argument na batla attention ya no wena o bona reactive alina reactive turns to an argument and ugly thing
one thing say gore gape ke sentse gore ya no le nna you get kana we are learning here ke itemogetse gore ga ke rate ha you don't gore motho wrong and then that person expects me gore be kere true and be kere
gore no wrong
not gore she's always wrong and he's always wrong you get you know when a statement is made it's wrong it's hard for me to ignore the incorrectness of it.
No, you call it out. Like is on
but sometimes you dog but sometimes it needs you to just shut up. You're not always supposed to be correct, to correct someone. Even though there are times where there is time for everything. Just let them talk. Then at some point, what you said, Maloba, and what you said, Khantele, is wrong in this sense. Because that time you're not in the heat. You're not in the heat of the moment. But to me, Kanyana thing, we talk about Moto, Ugila wana ha. I give example like I'm meds. Why is or I'm meds at Pocho Wana la Wahu. Get. But how we try let's smile or smile. o ka nna kua gore ha ta le mpone mo exam room. You get that thing happens to me when someone is wrong. It's like I could even have a headache, or man, I could have just proven that someone wrong. Ke sa mo letelle gore ke ithola gape go
I'm addicted to debating later. You're addicted to debating later.
It benefits me most of the time, but mo dilong tse dingwe gape tse di botlhokwa ke lemogile gore ga mpola wa bona, especially when you talk about relationship, not just intimate relationships. Some people gape ebe se gore they just want to prove themselves right. Motho a ba batla go spend their significance, because ha ngwe a ba feel gore you know what, this guy always think gore o right kana o feel gore o itse sengwe le sengwe. Because now, according to the mind of science, I feel like we know everything. We just have to observe, assess, and understand the situation. Some kids I know what, according to science, the science of literature, there is a prefix and a suffix. Those two things have to mean something when they are put together. They would be surprised or but according to how thing, it's somewhere related, it's correct. And I'll be like, you know what? Science 9 to you should be broad-minded. But I would want to get to a point whereby I can explain that thing. But some people actually think I'm being some sort of a stereotype and I'm just being some sort of a know-it-all. But no, you get. You know, we are built around knowledge. You get. One of what is photosynthesis? What's the part? I don't know photosynthesis. This tree, photosynthesizes. You get? They are green. What? Why can't you just put your common sense into a logical manner? More longer, you can actually explain you can actually explain everything without the F word. And some people they very when I would claim or we just say I'll be like yes. Because I'm built within knowledge. Hey, but anga kan sakiri yes kalo kama ho I would just be saying hey, same thing applies to your relationship and they tell already say mo elong gore motho ya nonta ba batla go prove has significance to you. For this guy and othola ntsa bua o kare o itse dio tsote gompelo ke mmona la ka phiro do mpolela gore ke tsena ka week 4 o itse ya ne re rutiwa kwa science ke mo sa ipotse gore ka gore nna ke dirile biology ke tswa go etsa go no go sometimes we have to be logical. But anyway, whenever re banna ke bona batho ba logical, so
manna ba logical I go for example leda gonana a dira go botsa gore how do you feel? Wanna tell me what you think.
Yeah, very true.
Okay, what's ngwanyana gore how she feels on she will tell you how she feels straight. Emotion as our or how does she feel about this situation? I'm not about we scrutinize or we
try to logicalize it. Yeah, very true. Or we buy in a logical one like let's give an example today. Dog, I get stressed the current situation, I get the previous situation but I cannot explain it. Maringa go explain go directly yang gore ke feel but I cannot actually explain gore dog I'm feeling sadness kana anger
kana why is that later what about na ba go diswa yana we are not taught how to express ourselves. We are taught how to take shit.
Very true.
Wa bona. Ke hore
Ra teng le
o
matakane,
rutwa
nna I feel
go
gore ke
sola mo teng,
matakane.
wa bona. Ana o golana it spills over into your life. Ha o na le ngwanyana expecta gore gone at its form go sontse gore o express your emotions teng. Le gone ra ga go pala wa bona. Gape le ena ngwanyana teng wa go feel gore o weird o simola expressa thata.
Yeah, you are soft.
You're soft there. Kana kweo you are pouring your heart out. Ano malaitsing a demo ke ano malaitsing a ke re you are acting like you are not human la malaitsing ke re mo relationship nyana gore batho ba tla dilo tse di perfect but you won't find perfect
it anyway.
You won't find perfect anywhere.
Na
le motho ga ka teng batla motho ga go o nna le eno bona gore no motho ke motho ntsenyana ke motho ntsenyana o tsamaelana le nna ha le tsamaelana o lebellano these are her strengths and weaknesses. Can I curb her weaknesses nyana kana gore gape can I accept those weaknesses wa bona ana na go dingwe batho ba tle ba tsena mo relationship ka gore no I'm attracted to this guy wa bona mare na personally I don't condone take flipe mo go nna go nna wa bona ke batla ngwanyana wa bona ngwanyana teng a le varama bona le sexy di pizza a wa glass shape ke rata ngwanyana a wa glass a le a wa glass no DM shona ga o thuse go Facebook mare mare ke bona gore no ngwanyana o nna mo di basing wa bona base batho ba le ga tla ska ga teng pimpa diuti go di basing o tsamaya ba jaba and I'm not cool with that mare be ke tswalla hela just cause I'm attracted to that girl wa bona go pele kwa go iragala mo ke se ra go lwa ka gore that her type of lifestyle, the lifestyle she lives, I don't like it. And her lifestyle and my lifestyle will clash, and it will cause a lot of friction. Kerata ke sa rate la kerata I think relationship ba rona na do tsile da go ntshana off at some point ka bona. Yeah, because ke se
imperfection. I would like to give an example. Some people actually reclaim or there are those people who are the perfectionist.
Yeah, you're not a perfectionist.
Yeah. But if you could define perfection, you'd actually see or you fall under perfection. Some people very strict. I don't think for the strict. Order, they think for it's perfect. Kumpieno ya na ta woro you are perfectionist, right? We zoro are tsana go rumenya go ithala thaka.
Hey.
You get. Hey. No, gore I'm trying to prove something here. Wa tsara. Kumpieno na te begere I'm a perfectionist. But wa go ithala dibuka tsa me di thaka. But the perfection ya go tswa hakae ya go tswa mo goreng we itse gore buka ya gago ya economics e nna ha udimo ha agere kana o nna o butse page what
yeah
agere wa go ithala o ibutse yalo and you expect gore go nne ya but the moment we tell a page ele butse ka e nna ka re go nna thaka mo go there is not going to be order agere
yes sir
kana we tell motho a ba a tlema gore ba ka ntse dibuka tsa go di beile yana kana o beile dintshwana tsa go di ka sending order kana descending order wena o ipetse gore go tsena spoon sa soup go tsena spoon sa tee gore yana agere that's why the perfection is done. There is perfection within imperfection.
Yeah.
The so-called imperfection it is actually our perfection. Those faults tse leng gore ra di encounter and stuff do nyana tsone tsa bo goreng hey a ke tso re imperfection mo relationship
imperfection jaaka ne ke bua mna
For example, this guy goes clubbing every day. No, not every day. That's too much. Every weekend with his friends, you get and stuff. You get try to find order within that, and the moment you find order within that door, you're going to see the true persona of your counterpart. You get of your partner, because la ga o ka ja wa khora itoro kopana le wa mo Kristo boring ke le good thata ga o kopana le o nwa malaitse ke le bad very thata. You get ga o kopana le o cheatang monno wa cheata. You get we have different imperfections, but the moment we try to build those imperfections and shape them into our perfect being, you know what, we've been lying to ourselves for quite some time that we are imperfect. There are imperfections and stuff. You get because those are they actually make relationship interesting. You get the next thing what you get why? When you know what the most spaces you get so when you indulge in these relationship things, just try to understand your person. This is where I'm going to pick them up. I can advise him to just because I get but you actually know the side effects of smoking, and you don't want those things happening to them. Not in a sense that you want to control them or you just want to judge them.
Just care for them.
Those out of love, out of showing that care more. And believe me, the moment udita at that angle, people are bound to grow. Gotta change. I don't believe in change. Hey, people grow out of that cocoons, that habits. Thank you. They grow out of that habits. Why the fact they are over in a friendly way? Soft spot. Understand your partner's soft spot. Visit that soft spot more often. And once you do that, you can actually groom your partner into a persona you can actually take them to church.
Big guy.
Let's stick.
No, wait later. Para expose later, para expose.
But anyway, it is what it is, man. Hey, what's up? Those they take time, dog. I care more relationship. I care more relationship for a week. Also,
you have to know when someone is a lost cause, dog. Azoro, you are in the
that one. That continue.
No, someone later was gonna captain save a promiscuous woman. Or what? You're a.
I hope you're.
I don't think I'm going to
Hey, ukaleti. Ngano wakwa ni azorra qale lo.
Mara ka qala re tsama gone. Dog, we live in an environment. This is a social podcast so effort. You don't have to be perfect. How we are trying to build that perfectness, perfection mo
Yeah. Wena brawak. Udimela gore o ka siva ngwanyana mbeki.
Lost the cause.
I believe sometimes
Yeah.
You can, but the probability at Brian, like 1% that people didn't see was Yanta's girlfriend. Oh no, open us and 2 million from jail.
Yeah.
I'm thinking where she's at, she's ticking more like that, like math addict.
Mm.
Ray, dog, I don't got raw. This nigga's in jail. You know. On her birthday, shishing 2-3 million.
Oh.
Yeah, from jail, bro.
I disagree haka ka nna ke tsamaya ka ke itirela di-principle as I go through this journey of life wa tshwara. The reason being ke gore I feel gore the experience tse re leng gore the experience mo botshelong they should teach us wa tshwara. Even of today wa bona gompieno re tebere mane tabata re steak what but at the end do you know what we resorted to? This is a social podcast again. We live in an imperfect world, so we don't have to like portray ourselves as perfect people towards what we are trying to converse with. So what's the use of deny who you are for the sake of the people? If you don't want if you don't want to arrest simple and straightforward, you get. That moment the same thing applies to those in my life, and they should teach us every day. So now I came up with this phrase, you know what, don't give up on a person until they die. Why you thinking dog, you'd be surprised of the achievement people make.
No, people
in due course. Example. Now I would give you an example. Let me give you an example of people by long they were drunkards and they were some kind called lost causes. But at some point now they are actually prophets, now they are actually priests, now they are actually evangelists. Some people, some family members, they gave up on them. But now we are talking about people who are making millions, if not trillions, thousands, or money for that matter. For a long time. Giving an example, the owner of KFC, the guy who founded KFC. Do you know that guy who simulates a company at what age? 65. Don't you think at some point? You would give up on someone just because you are a lost the cause, but actually you are giving up on your soulmate.
No, sometimes later in my life, there are some people who no, in that scenario again. You are the one who is trying to show this person how to be herself that later I use our experience self mentally, physically. Your later asore a long relationship you have to do the self work, and her herself has to do the self work. Change.
Self-discover.
That kind of abuse later.
The only thing
that kind of abuse. We change.
You know, the only thing that I would agree with the only thing that I could agree with you, you would give up on them ka gore le ba bitsa di-lost cause because they are wasting your time.
They're
That is
not
the only
wasting
truth.
our time.
That is the only truth from that
I'm looking
statement.
at what it's doing to me.
Yeah, okay, fine. And they are damaging you.
I have the right to be happy, like they have the right to be happy. Azore,
Very true. But
pusha motho gore a nne a homo a nna
you know what?
itumetse a
Ke
tsena go
a
di-habits.
dumela gore ga re go Jesu. Ga re eng, but we have to understand the fact that life is tough, dog. A lot of people encounter a lot of traumatizing things, it's going to take a lot of time.
And I agree.
A lot of time for them to heal and
agree.
actually start over. Remember, how it's more like you are starting over from scratch. You are rediscovering yourself, you are rediscovering life as a broad, there are actually these positivities in life, I can actually go there. But if you give up on something, or you truly love, dog, or you love, or you are in a relationship, or you assume you are in a relationship with, then aren't you going to give up on the next relationship? Probability. You know what probability tells us? Or there is a possibility and impossibility. Or there are always two sides to everything. So why do you choose this negative side? Because it's not only negative to the person that you are giving up on, but rather it's also negative to you. One, maybe you are losing your soulmate. Two, think about the time you have wasted with that person. Think about that time and think about the trauma that he or she has contributed into your life. So you are prepared to give up on that. No, I'm talking about even you. That's why that's why all women are bitches.
No,
there are some people who actually say that. Or no, now I'm not going to be in a relationship because
if a
women are
girl
bitches.
finds a couple with that guy later, you control later. That nigga thought that.
But my point is when you are giving up on something, say long or you treasure it, and it's more like you are giving up on your bank account just because it is on negative 10. Negative thousands.
Sometimes
then you are giving up on your business just because it's not making profit right now.
I'm not saying it's easy there. It's not easy.
My point exactly. Nothing is easy in this world. Dog,
it's very
no, I can't level Dog, you are giving up on that thing again. You love the most at that time. Again, think about the time you have wasted. I'm not talking about whereby you know what, I don't want you. That one is understandable. But when you are giving up on that thing, that say long, I'm even talking about moto I don't love you anymore just because how you are a lost cause. I'm talking about a lost cause. You are giving up on that, right? Think about the time you have wasted with that lost cause.
Yes.
Time
I'm not looking to waste the extra time.
You are not looking to waste extra time. Fine, true. Again, think about the love that you have accumulated with that thing. You call a lost cause. You get. Think about the things that you could actually do, the effects that you can actually bring about to that lost cause in due time. Because the moment even though a lost cause, they too conscious dog. Just because of you know what, Moto actually is an asset to me. You can choose from the previous episode. There are those people who actually lack emotions. There are those people who experience traumas. And it's hard for them to get out of those traumas until born self. But what if you are the key to that? What if that's the probability it's an anting like this guy there is always yin and yang to everything. So why do you want to choose the negative part when you can actually be a positive effect to the world?
Kana later ke be le positive impact mo go ena ke kana later
And
the
even
person
to
I
you,
am later
because you are not losing the love of your life.
no,
Why
you
is
lose,
the relationship are nothing? That is actually something like experiences, because at any point in time you can actually end that thing and it wouldn't affect you in a big way, or it wouldn't affect you even spiritually or religiously. You get? Do you know what a marriage? Christianity. You are entering in a holy matrimony, a holy, sacred. The word holy means sacred, right?
Yeah.
Something that is cherished, something that is beyond our earthly existence or understanding. You get? So if you give up on something like that, don't you think you are bound to be affected self? You get?
Yeah, how affect you?
Yeah, the same thing applies.
Or you choose wrong.
You
choose wrong.
Dog, the relationships are nothing, but marriage is like the experience that are beyond the relationship. Do you know that?
Before you go to marriage, when or can hela.
Well, no, my point I remember that. No, at the moment I guess a reason that is good enough to actually lead me to that. You can lead on but I've actually experienced situations whereby and dog, the reason why is because I some way somehow came about to experience that. Like we said, depression and then you start ignoring them, but she's caring and all that. Then when you just out there about and then when I introspect after the aftermath, you know what, was actually patient. She was actually willing to instill that growth within me. I built a very strong wall. In a sense, she was trying by all means, in a sense, but she continued to an extent that I pushed that person away. But she was willing to like be there. So I was like, you know what? Why should I give up on another person when there is actually someone who is not even my mother's son or my mother's child?
Relationship
no, what I lost the cause. Hey, we are talking about lost cause. Dude, I was a lost cause. I believe I was a lost cause at that moment. Because I was even doing things naturally I wouldn't do when I'm in my natural being. I'm sorry. I experimented on things I valued them as immoral. You get? So technically I would say I was a lost cause. I didn't care about a lot of things. I wouldn't be hurt. because it is what it is. Gompieno I wouldn't be hurt because I know how to console, I actually know myself, I know how to defend myself. But at that point I didn't care. Kore la ga o ka nthadi o nyana nako a teng ke ne ke nna ko kwa some chick actually ke moretsi ke re nana le ene ngwanenyana teng ke mora ke re no I have to go dikhombi di a hela tsa go a ba re au o nna ko David. I was not hurt because actually and she was trying to instill a pain ka gore dude, look at you, do you think you can go not gore by that time ne ke sena that reasoning ka morang ke re dog Gino ta se ko game ke go ga batsadi ba me batsadi ba me they knew what they wanted in life. Batsadi ba me they accumulated enough to be in that position, but it doesn't mean gore ga ke nna teng kwa I actually deserve. Fine, true, o ka ga gamala, but I actually stay there. Those are the ways they don't go ke ne ke di moretse, but then I didn't care. I didn't even see the reason or explain. No, you know, you get what I'm trying to say. I actually have reason. Dog. My parents actually built their life for themselves. They built their lives for themselves, so they deserve where they are right now. If flating and again saying I deserve to be there. My parents are the one who own that place, not me. Now what's coming, I'm going to own what I have made for myself. And we tend to forget that. Even though that's not yours. Even though le mo willing go go to ditsa vacation, no, ga se tsa gago. O ditse re ka default, and don't be happy for that. Don't be proud of that. O ditse re ka default. Be proud of something so dirileng. Nna proud ka thupulo o mo dirileng thamana, and o ta bona gore thupulo worth it. O khona go reka dijo tse dintsi ka 200. But if motsadi wa go a tswela go a 200, wa go thola go rekile dilo hela tse di useless, so e leng gore ga o itse gore di hella ka wa tshwara. So that was me there. Wa tshwara. Go ga teng go ntshupentsha gore you know what, if someone yo e leng gore ga se ngwana ga mme o khona go ska give up on a lost cause like me, why should I give up on someone nna? It shows you I'm not learning in life. And life is all about learning, dog. The reason why we created this pseudo thing, time, is so that we can reference our learnings, what we have learned through time.
Okay. So when what's a pause? Let's say Mara, she wants to change for you.
No, truly speaking, I'm not sure. Banyana malwanyana. I agree by Lily by long sort of updated you guys. Lahalo I how lemot. You know where you stand. But Banyana Navagi usually live on a Valemana. Ba ne ba bitse different.
Nya hona le ke batho ba bangwe a dira and self-ness fair. And self-ness fair.
No,
ke ra
so fair go tawe.
Ngwanyana o itse gore na fightsiwa mo strateng mo da.
Wa itse nna ba nga ba defender ke re.
Fightsiwa mo strateng da.
Wa itse nga ba defender ke re.
Wena o bo tsana go gwe, a tsana go gwena ba ra no, I want to change for you. You are the one I want. What? Wa modumela.
Actions speak louder than words, dog. Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, actions speak louder.
At the end of the day, we are all human.
Ke ra gore wa go modumela. O isong karabe mo.
Go modumela ora yang ke mora ke re sho are gite.
A di gite.
Hang khata ale smart. Wa itse ibile nka reference ka eng? Ka banyana ba go hudi. Ba ithelang go ntse go ke banyana ba mo hudi wa bona. Now I know actually hands pensa or she's worth being with me, I don't mind being with them at all. Why? Because I know she is a human being. The reason why we so ke sefebe sa mohudi kana ke ngwanyana mohudi is because majita o tebe re communicate kana majita re na le strategy nyana se ile gore I don't even like it se re tebe re bua re le mo grouping gore eish ngwana o le ntwana yo le ke amata e be re ithala amata rote re to batla go mogita, you get ke a mogita, then e be nna ke tsaya se ke se tsayang akere, and then you leave. Then o ta o communicate le tsala gago ntwana nna ke tso ja sengwe thamona le nna ke batla go tsena wa bona ha le itse gore you are damaging that person after 4, 3 or 2 guys wa itse motho le ene ta ba fila gore fine ke sefebe sa mohudi ngazish so be it wa tshwara I don't care anymore. You get, and most of the time ga re le mo kganye
ifebe dirwa ke bafana
gore gape ipotsa gore le itse le yang gore ke sefebe the first part ipotsa gore le itse le yang ke re le buile le majita
mara still wa mogita
kana ko to bona the funny part ka lona majita le dibitsa bone di febe banyana ba nte di febe so obviously
na kana ke a easy a ka jaja ngwanyana ke malebelezo ba kere
thank you, don't judge anyone.
Re ba pila ana mdalo gore ngwanyana lo ke sefebe ka bona ke a ke go fair reaction ke go mo lebella helana da na ke motho ke reng o to ke re o sefebe nna rasdi a ke go bolela gore o sefebe o itse gore wa ke na evidence or
evidence e o tsa ka mo majiteng kana o thola o bona ka moswa go roswa ke koloi ka moswa go roswa ke koloi ka moswa go roswa ke mojitao o boro ngwana ba to ke sefebe fine guess fine wa bona there are actually girls by long or admit
la let's febe baby girl I used to get a go rata one that's you I get
na ke gore ke there is always room for growth not change you grow
la nya how lo you are as febe there you are promiscuous na yana stress you awatara di re ka thusa maar just know gore
nah guys, we
will never be serious.
What I enjoy about myself, I don't allow myself to experience some things just because that they watch out. I'm not just saying like I don't go for those people. Actually, I don't go for them until le tswa mo go ena until go ga teng sa thole enna enom wa tshwara o bona banyana ba ithelang gore o bona do nyana tse ithelang bo di trisa mo I find them dirty
nepela
serious
outi ora la banyana ba di two dan dale ba re you are done for a threesome
ka gana hale sengo ga diragala yang ke mongwe ka ya makwante ira
it na substitute
substitution ngwana I don't do those things kana it's going to be hard for me to do them because I don't allow myself to experience that type of thing. Those things are just stereotype things. Akarati dilo nyana tse wa tshwara tota ibile re tsena mo wena kgang ya ngwanyana a sefebe nna I don't believe gore gona le ngwanyana a
sefebe a le gore promiscuous a so re nna ke a go jaja wa bona that's you
gona le batho ba e leng gore ba rata sex dogo and ga o sa mo please
you like it
what do you expect
if you like it wa
bona gona le batho ba e leng gore ba rata go experiment but if they are not taught or experimentation can actually be done this way in this proper way what do you expect from them matshwara gona le banyana ba e leng gore trauma actually hit them at an early stage eta be ke tsena ke le 20 yana be ke mo posha all in the name of sex and then be ke tswa ke sia go mo go traumatize ngwanyana mo
nya
ba utwa monata
traumatize ke gore o makeditse gore wa morata
you get
gore mo fatse
no le konta ga go morata ka ra hela gore
Ke ra gore
a ngwe o
mo
jwalla
akeng.
ngwana gore o have sex le ena go tswa o si and then out of the blue after a few months kana after years o utlwa go te ngwana o ke sefebe yo
nna o mo sala go mpalla mo
wa bona e bo utlwa go te ngwana o ke sefebe. What do you expect from her? Obviously wa go nna sefebe because o most tse sukirinyana and then o bo si wa bona. Now she's trying to find that type of that specific sukiri from these different niggas and she can't find it. So wa go tsamaya bata until wena o boa you see gore motho go se sefebe wa tshwara. That is actually my theory.
Yeah.
So I don't believe the word sefebe kana beige or it's just the stereotype thing that has been produced by Hollywood, then we believe in it. Sometimes we just have to heal. Hara rutua go healer le batho, especially generation ya rona. That's why re na le depression, re na le mental breakdown le bantsi ya.
Because we don't know how to spend time with ourselves.
Face
our emotions.
And even our parents,
our
generation e nngwe e leng gore le yone e experiences dingalo. Some of our parents go thata go ranne le wena ha tsa gore a bue ka sex education hela le wena. The only person na yung kileng ka kopana le ena a bua ka sex education was my grandmother. And it was around I was around the age I think I was about 15. Kana ko yone setse ke indulge mo duenyane you get. But motsadi hela not for it's too late for no it's not too late and I'm grateful for we learn na le rona a bua le rona ka dilo tsa bona. But we as youth we encountered a lot of things tse leng gore we were not informed about you get. So most of us are experiencing situation firsthand. And that's traumatizing. Even the good stuff you get. Overexcitement can actually traumatize. Being angry too much and actually lead to trauma.
Too much of everything.
Too much of everything is poison. You get. So if we were taught about your sex education, or wanaka, this is a penis. How it's because of the hormone 123 of which I'm thankful to science for that. How bona go ntse yana le yana o bona o tswa madi go bosading o se ka lela o se ka tshoga wa bona o se ka thebiwa ke ditho o itse gore wa gola ngwana you get. Now you are mature enough to know to indulge in sexual intercourse but know when to do that. Practice ABC abstain, be faithful, and condomize. You get. Those are the things that are not kopane ka tsone go sekolong. And the funny part toto bone ne re ha re di rutiwa wa itse ne re ira ya mo classeng you get. Ira tira biology ya re a vagina go tjo to ga te vagina wa bona ha go te penis yo penis wa tshwara ha go te condom gore in ra gamara se ga hela cause we are not ready for that wa bona. And the funny part about doing that nna ke nna mona kana ke kgodisitse busula go raya right. When these people actually love go te vagina what and I was like dog the moment o bona go mo re go rutiwa mo classeng it shows gore ga se morogano wa bona. It's a must gore o bo re go ithuta and we should understand it wa bona. Why? Because we might need that type of information in the future, of which we do. So going back to our topic on the relationship, guys, re tshwanetse re tlhaloganye dilo say according to what life's giving us. We learn a lot of things throughout the course of our life. Our first episode the reason why I said the brain. Really the brain in a scientific manner, but I would like to correct myself, a soul. Because I feel like all these animals have brains, right? But they portray different behaviors But because our brain rona is accompanied by what we call a soul, we can actually comprehend to a lot of these earthly situations. What's what? Bo having sex with the having sex with the opposite gender, understanding that God created us so that we can multiply. Understanding hore, if you have sex with your sister, that is incest. But if we actually understand those things at the right perspective, after understanding thyself, knowing what you want, this world will be fixed. Re sa tshele this stereotype type of life e leng gore ke a e bona, whereby how o ithala Freddy a apere hot pen e ntseng yana le yana mo Facebook, you rush to the shops gore o nne le yone. Wena o ntse o itse gore o tshwana hela le di bompopi ba le ba ko mmolong ha o tshwanne ke hot pen. Hey, sometimes you have to understand yourself. Some people have a tshwanne ke di hot pen tota go bua nnete. Le tshwanna ke mesese hela and o ta bona gore dog ngono ke ene apere that balloon dress ngwana ka kana pencil skirt nyana se la se rile jwa instead of going around do lebella gore ke eng se popular, then you wear then you behave in that manner. That's wrong to me. And that's what leads to the relationship gore di fall, because some relationships are influenced by friends. Message, baby, can we meet? But reply
Aloro libile and you are interested in me. Why?
That's it.
Because
happy you can sense the
I solve my own problems. You
get so that you can make your decision.
I have to make that decision. If you have problems in your relationship, it doesn't have to leak outside, though.
And
outside voices inside your relationship will confuse the shit out of you.
I hate the relationship it's out there. There was this girl but she wanted to be in that position. People could see that she's dating. Whereby she would like force her hand even your mother can't hold your hand.
Sometimes later compromise
but
physical touch later.
If but how about for playing one? No, I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying what I'm right. But now the relationship is at the end of the expo, hey, my guy also on Tagala necklace. Look at this. Hey, Kajola, that's my guy. Yo, this is my boyfriend. Yo. At least if you are trying to mark your territory, but don't just do it in the name of showing people or you are in a relationship. That thing frustrates me very much. Very, very much. Because it shows you no when I wanna learn now wanna learn na hela gore o bona gore ona le motho
ba Christian Vintain la utlorare batho let's go simola leader donya kana
wa bona to clear the air I don't mind holding hands and bana because I actually holding hands I get rata go tshwara batho go mo relationship but ke ne ka le mo gore go monate ga o rata motho le ratana wa bona you can actually hold hands and do stuff but go tshwara matsogo kana dio tse dingwe themana wa di bona wa o tshwara ha le so santhale ke le tshwarana matsogo le tshwarana matsogo mo mmolong for the wine mme go rumo le sang ke le tshwarana ka matsogo
me pela a le gore ha le nkela tshwarana matsogo a ke be me ida ikutla gore no ke batla go tshwara bini ka letsogo gompieno go molato
ga go molato kana wena ga go molato ntwana wa bona that's not a problem. The problem is how it came about.
Gore na go fosi go tshweretso ya la kana
no not gore go fositse the chemistry dog the bond the gore okay wena shona bona o jola le ngwanyana ke re wena gore a lo tetso tshwara matsogo ke eng go mo ileng gore
a monna ke rata physical touch
ke eng go mo ileng gore o feel gore it's too much for relationship
too much
more relationship wa utlwe ka re mo ileng gore people actually do more relationship
too much I never thought of it though ora bona go jesana monna
thank you now we are on the same page now we are on the same page
go bona go jesana gone
and think about that motho a teng a go dira wena ga batho kana wa blush wa itse go mo actually the reason why wa itse do tse ke eng na gape ke sa utone le tsone it's not like it's wrong guys it's not wrong go jesana it's not wrong go tshwarana ka matsogo what's wrong it's me wa tshwara in this sense ga ke rate go nna shy
a rate go nna shy
o itse go nna shy go ntira ka reng it's like why I'm being diminished you answer go re ntira monyenyane mo eleng gore le go mphara ka nna hello mphari you get but actually those things there is no bond
ebelete ngo bo etse mda ona ngwana go ira shy
come on now there is shy eleng gore ka kondo
ngwanyana isa go ire shy no ngwanyana isa go ire shy go
monate se go molata go monate thank
go shapo later
okay re bua ka khanya
gona le connection
no fine re bua ka khanya o rata go jesiwa mo relationshiping
wa go jesana go ngole bo go weird
go direya go dire uncomfortable o bona shy o tsenya thogo re that's shyness ke yone ke sa e pate kana that's what I'm trying to say wa tswara
mo batho
okay mo batho halele tu no iso halele ba bedi go ira yang it creates room ya go mora ke ra stop it wa tswara
ana ka go mama le
and now gore go
marinate baby girl marinate
gore okay go nna shy gona le bo shy nyana bo ithela mbu go thadisa baby girl wa bona eish ngwana go tlatsa wa tshwara e be go nna le shy ye go dirang gore this is awkward I'm not used to this wa tshwara now bona holding hands in public thank you go jisiwa whether gore it's in public kana kae gore go create that awkward moment wa tshwara e leng gore ke feel gore this is not me at least the marinate wa tshwara gore o ska njesa hela
out of the blue
wa tshwara and o ska nta ka di surprise hela 1 2 tada tsa
na bo mma ke mind na bo mma o tele
ana ka mind
like a mind
sometimes ga re batho ba itse di boundaries tsa rona re le majita because re na le go di itsenya ka hateng wa bona ra di keeper and o gateng ithala ke feel gore ke gone mo gore re nisa go majiteng na go intse gore re nne le banyana wa bona ngwanyana taba go dira uncomfortable most of the time like gona le some girls ba ileng gore crazy like crazy some guys don't prefer those type of girls na I like ngwanyana o ile gore a really too ga ngwe re kgona go thola re find ga ngwe re dire di-tiktok tsa bo mmata kana you know what, doing this crazy stuff nyana. Some people they don't actually love that wa bona. So go create la gore go harumu ya gore mo mora gore ke eta ke checka shone hale wa majite na go intsi wa bona gore we avoid that awkwardness. I don't want that situation. I'm sorry. Ke batla go mo ileng gore nna
e le gore me pele o tla bo githela la motho o palwa ke go spenda nako
wa morata dog kana la dog already tsere nna love mo go nna it's out of respect, trust, loyalty. That's what actually leads to love.
ke ra gore mo point ya
Personality-
gago gore batho ba bangwe ba la to go take it, let's say go tshameka. Why would you date someone if
Because you respect them, you trust them,
o sa battle
and you are
ne
loyal
pele
to
go
them.
tshameka ke gana ka diutse go tshameka.
Kore ga bo go supela gore okay, personality ya gago ga it's some personality kana some traits tsa di personality tsa lona, they don't actually link you wa tshwara
gore le playfully
dog kana gore okay, let me give an example.
yeah
Go na le batho ba ileng gore ba nyalana, I actually know one party ileng gore ba nyalane. The guy was quiet, was strict and stuff wa tshwara quiet, very organized, but the female she's too playful wa tshwara o kgona gore ha ngwe o kgona go ja fene ka mdalikhene nyana 2 minutes, not gore o batla go mo diminisha kana wa tshwara. That's how she is. Kana ngwa o itela go rumulano ha ngwe o itela a mo dira uncomfortable and stuff wa bona. Some people ba ileng gore they are
I
quiet and
love that
stuff.
shit though.
You know, wa go ske a feel monate at that point, but ke gona mo ileng gore it creates memory in a relationship wa
I
tshwara.
love that shit.
Some people don't like that. That's why. And they don't.
Ali weird.
Like feel okay, the major point there I feel for some relationship fail. Why do you gain? There is lack of communication. Because once you communicate, whether you are a playful kind and a quiet kind, strict kind, the type of guy, a playful girl, whatsoever, or vice versa. As long as you guys communicate, as long as you guys learn that you moment whereby now you are zoned in the moment, you converse, what's her? As boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife. You know, it creates a bond, and it would show you how opposites poles do attract. Opposites do attract, and we need those opposites to make our lives more interesting. But you don't have to you don't have to do a lot of that. That's why I get a more relationship thing. That communication will actually create a mutual ground, a common ground for you guys. You get Liz, or you know what? The reason why I'm with this person is because of this, and I want to go here, from here to there.
How about our communication, what our
understanding each other. Now that's when he be gone o ka lemoga dio tse dingwe ka wena o le ko o le no so ngwana no nte bo tse dio tse dingwe gore a ke rata o tshwara ka ditedi kana ga ke rate motho a ntsantsan a tola ha o di ga sofa ke le kokotame sofa wa bona and then you converse about those things o ska ta nna o ka re le mo meeting wa
describe a type I know it.
Yeah, I'm just well
yeah, stay for some
that it depends a lot. It depends. By the way, now I don't really have a type. It depends on how it's angati. A quiet person can actually be with a loud person. A playful person can be with a strict person. It shows or not.
Don't put people in a box later. A quiet person can be fun as What thing is
Exactly.
a
those
playful
are the-
person can be organized as well.
Exactly.
Hey, Oscar, but
So why do you
Oscar,
want to categorize yourself? I like this type of girl. I want this type. These people are all the same. They are human beings. They are all under
mara se ke se
humanity.
buang ke gore
Wa bona?
ha batla go gitaderas di be playful as you tore dira so se batla
Now I would just say be you.
hey be you
But
Mara
understand
ska-
that
ska-
there is
hey,
also
nna ke
me.
batle- so lona me pela le guitar di irang sente
Everything.
kontanga bo playful la ke re la re bo playful le no di irang
No,
yana mo
not
relationship
playful,
o.
no dog.
Eh.
I'm playful. Kore hela, I don't show it to the outside world.
nya a ke bue ka
Outside.
outside world bona le ngwanyana ga wa ke
Eh,
mpolellela gore le irang he la
Obviously,
lebala
there's going to be that playful moment. I don't understand gore batla ke gore a kere.
a tlhaloganya gore batla gore ke
Because gore a lo tsere kgang ya playful at a different angle. Playful is there, it's universal. Wa tshwara. Obviously there's going to be that playfulness, but go na le batho ba e leng gore they are playful at a
childlike
ngwana motho a teng o nna childish thata wa tshwara. Some people cannot condone that.
childish
Wa tshwara. But anyway, na kgang ya me ke gore dog re mo universeng ya le one. We are under the human universe or the human race, right? We are built with these different personalities. So these different personalities ke tsone tse e leng gore they create the interesting aspects of life. That's why le mo family nya gago wena shone mogolo a sa tshwane le monnao a sa tshwane le wena ebile le ka skilleng le maina, yet you belong to the same family. You are siblings. You get, and you enjoy each other's company. O kgona go bona la monna wa go letsa re ke go thagaletse, but we itse gore ga le tshwane go telele ka di personality. You get, so why can't le mo relationship go nne hela ya we itse gore you know what, even though le motho a ntse yang, there is always going to be a common ground for us. The fact hela ya gore I have that interest in her and I'm drawn to her, it shows gore you guys are more likely to survive this life together as long as you have a common ground. You get,
yeah.
so it is what it is. That's me. That's Sean. You guys, conclude. I feel like you are limiting yourselves, because how the type. I would remember some of my friends. Banebare, I cannot type. You get. Thing I would feel some horror. You know what? This guy that are judging me, but I actually found out horror. This is very true. I don't have a type. In what sense? In a sense, as long as on send, same thing goes to friendships. If re itshupa gore shone ke le cheke straight o tsamaya le ma cheke straight hela wa bona ha tsamaya le magomora ntwana. You get, do you think we could have met? But me accommodating, if you smile I smile, if you don't smile to me I ignore you. You get, that's how it should be. That's how I feel it should be. So that life can be more interesting. We are missing a whole lot. I don't date this type, I don't date that type. Hey, ke rata ngwanyana yo sna le rago. Hey, ke rata the dark kind. You know, no, I get really more. I'm just saying, Mr. Kahe. Because there are some guys, no, my guitar rata the type. Go hela go to a specific. You get, but there are some girls by long or they could be picky, but we are I love tall, dark. I like yellow bone. You get, because we are with a little bone and I want to go yellow bone over that. Whether you are basically yellow bone or over the tall and dark and handsome, handsome but you should explore. No,
lonely gona.
na guys a ke bue le gore go nne yalo wa tshwara. What I'm trying to say
Stop
ke
being
gore
picky, tla.
hey, because we are missing a lot. I figured gore le nna ka tsone di-principle nyana tse ithelang ke di-setela tse bo ithelang go ntse go ta ke tshware matsogo ga ke jesiwe hey there are some things tse e leng gore o tshwanetse gore bo di dira. We are limiting ourselves wa tshwara as long as kore di sa go expose kana di sa go dire uncomfortable, I think you should do them wa tshwara so that you can make your relationship interesting. O thogalle motho wa gago kore even le ha le ka tsamaya for le kgaogana for 30 minutes o utlwela gore mona ke thogaletse ngwanyanane wa bona
Kura aba build a connection. Le jwale la gore I have a boyfriend.
I have a boyfriend, I have a handsome boyfriend,
Kana girlfriend.
I have a rich boyfriend or girlfriend.
Le jwale la di breaking rights.
Thank you. Ere ya summarize. Le re jolla go brega ya la malatsing. Wa bona. Ha re jolle gore you know what we need in this journey we cannot traverse.
I can actually build a connection with this person.
Wa bona.
Hey,
that's why in our first episode the only celestial thing about us is the fact that we acknowledge we should be in relationships. We are always going to be in relationships, but we don't actually know the significance of the relationship. How much our significance of relationship to be fruitful and multiply. Yet no more relationship. You get so relationship was in more is focus on fruitful and multiply. What about those people by long or they don't read the Bible? What about Hindus? I don't know what about relationship. What about Muslims? I don't know. What about Judists? You get what about other people who don't even obey religion? Warenka born
yeah.
So that's it about from me.
So in conclusion, we drew it. It's long, Mare. All I have to say is take time to understand what you are getting into. The person you are trying to deal with.
Very true.
And then look at yourself and see if
you are worth it.
you are worth it. And see if that her way of life coincides with yours, kind of complements yours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how you can build a genuine connection. Na le itaka monna ke na dumela mo di soulmate the rest dia dumela mo di soulmate. The connection is built again. The connection is built with mutual understanding, with patience, with sacrifice and trust.
So I don't want to believe
Yet,
no, I was just trying to be as familiar as possible to what people really believe in. It's like you have summarized what I've said throughout this podcast.
Yeah. No, nekendlala later go it's serious. Hey. No. We had a great talk.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I guess.
sure, I guess.
Peace. Till the next episode.